Ooh, this is, yeah.
Breezy Bubble.
Yeah, Breezy Bubble.
I don't know, this place looks like it's filled with poison swamps.
It sure is. Through the poison swamp.
Bubble Breeze and Poison Swamp shouldn't go together.
What are people saying in the chat? They're probably saying lots of things.
No.
No?
Instead he's saying, get the gold shell, and then Shell Beast saying the Lance of Longinus.
In case anyone...
I've been keeping an eye on it.
In case anybody missed my tweet, at 3 p.m. Eastern will be the premiere of part 1 of Let's Play Myst 3 Exile.
So after this,
played
you can go
Myst.
watch Myst 3 Exile.
Yeah, after this, watch Myst. I guess we have to play Pissed at some point. You heard about Pissed?
Pissed is the Myst parody.
Pissed is the Myst parody that
have,
it has John Goodman in it.
Does it have like Vomit, the sequel to Pissed or something?
Sorry, I blacked out for a second and experienced visions of the next the Run Button Kickstarter that we're about to launch.
How much do you think it would cost to get John Goodman?
Oh, we don't need John Goodman.
We don't need John Goodman to reprise whatever role that he played in Pissed?
You know, now that you say it like that, how could we make
Vomit the sequel to Pissed?
Vomit the sequel to Pissed.
It's not even just how could you make it without him.
Why would you make it? Ah.
This looks fun.
Isn't it? So, like, listen, I know times change and everything. No, nothing is going to be the most successful anything forever, but isn't it fucking wild that Myst was the best-selling PC game of all time for a decade, and now it's like a thing people mostly don't even remember existed?
Yeah. Although Jordan had a good point that basically the legacy of Myst is what VR games are doing. Like, giving you bubbles that you travel.
Yeah, it was definitely influential. It's just, you know. Like, if you say, like, oh, I'm going to go play The Sims, people are like, fuck yeah, I love The Sims. But if you say Myst to somebody, they just kind of stare at you.
What game broke the Myst?
The Sims.
The Sims?
Yeah.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't. That's why I thought you brought it up.
And also, I guess we probably haven't talked about this, but I always hear, like, back when Myst was new, gamers were real mad about it because that's what gamers do. And, like,
it's casual.
Like,
is that what they thought, that it was casual?
Yeah, like, that people would say it's not even a game. I think, like, even Jeff Gerstmann says that, like, that's what he thought. That, like, he was like, this isn't a game. But, like, now when he looks at Myst, it's like, how did I think this wasn't a game? Like, it's just an adventure game. It's just...
People are lunatics. Gamers are lunatics. Like, more than almost any other group of people, like, people who play video games are so excited to say that something doesn't count.
Yeah. If you're wondering why I'm not going to be there to listen to you tell me about why something's not a game, it's because people like you used to think Myst wasn't a game.
Yeah, yeah. And that's a fucking... That not only is it a game...
It's such a game.
It's too much of a game. Maybe?
Yeah. It's such a game.
It's such a game.
Like, I guess it was just immersive, and, like, that's what like, you know, like, it was so rare for a game to be immersive. Yeah.
Games are supposed to be really fake looking.
Yeah.
Right? Games aren't pictures that you move through to solve puzzles. Games are a little stick man that jumps on other stick men.
That is true, actually.
Woo! Nice. Poor stupid gamers.
What if it was Piven, the sequel to Pissed, and then we got Jeremy Piven?
I don't want to have to talk to Jeremy Piven.
Well, I don't. Yeah, well, I don't want to either. But you know, for the sake of our art, though.
But it doesn't have the same sort of. It doesn't.
It's another P word.
It's another P word, but it's not another like.
But it's got Jeremy Piven in it.
I don't know. I think that we need. Because it's not Goodman, the sequel to Myst, because it's got John Goodman in it.
God. Shouldn't it be though?
Yeah.
Goodman, the sequel to
Myst. To
Myst.
make a Myst parody, but instead they were like, "We've got John Goodman. We should use him." This whole thing is about you now. Although, you know, it is funny that the games that people, like, say are not games now, or I guess more popular like 4 years ago, are kind of the closest thing to Myst. Like, wandering around a big outside place. Or inside place, whatever.
Well, what game are you thinking of right now?
I'm thinking of walking simulators. I'm thinking about, like, I'm thinking about Gone Home. And I'm thinking about... There was that outside one. I can't remember what it's called. I played it.
I'm gonna go back to the fountain.
Dear Esther? That's the one I was thinking of.
Dear Esther, that's not a game.
That's a game.
No, it's not a game. Why would you bring that up? Why would you bring that up as an example of a game that's obviously not a game?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You just walk.
It's the closest thing to Myst.
I wouldn't call it a game. I would more call it like an interactive piece of software that simulates the act of walking.
No, it's a game.
I can't stand the fact that people say walking simulators like it's a thing to say. Yeah. It's like when people call themselves SJWs. It's like, you know that they just made up that term to make fun of you, right?
Although, to be fair, you do only walk in it. In Dear Esther, the only thing you do is walk.
But it's not a walking simulator. The purpose of Dear Esther is not to give you the experience of walking.
No. Although, but like, The Sims isn't a game where it's like, that's not a game to give you the experience of living a life.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
What else is it doing?
I don't know. It's to trap a guy in a house until he learns.
No!
To not let this guy go outside until he can paint good enough.
Oh. No, it's actually just about making the most complex soap opera of people that fuck each other and then get mad at each other for the people that they fuck. That's what The Sims is about.
That is kind of a lot of that game, huh?
That's why torture all your Sims to death when you can torture them in life with sordid love affairs?
I never killed a Sim, I don't think.
I don't think I've done that either.
Like, I definitely know people who would like build 4 walls around their Sim. And then just like watch them die.
Yeah, people always say that like it's the real draw of The Sims, but like it's boring.
It's
like
really
you
boring.
just do it and then you have to sit there for a really long time and then they die and you say, well, I guess I did it.
I just feel like at this point, like, killing someone isn't exciting anymore.
No.
I'm not excited by the slow torture to death of a virtual creature.
No, I just can't even get it up for that anymore.
No. I can tell you it certainly doesn't float my boat.
Well, I mean, I guess it could if you had like a lot more of them.
Yeah, like 10, 20 people at a time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would float it.
Uh-huh.
10 or 20 dead bodies.
Oh yeah. That's gross.
Oh, well,
I can't read the name from here,
Oh.
from far away, but someone said, The Sims I would classify as a sandbox game. I mean, The Sims is short for, like they are simulations of people. Like, it's in the name.
Blue Comet.
And I wouldn't call it a sandbox game because you can't really go anywhere. Those maps are small.
No, I wouldn't call it a sandbox game because a sandbox implies that it's about like the fun comes from fucking around and seeing what happens. Which I guess The Sims has something like that, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Well, sandbox
I guess
games
well,
became open world games once they figured out how to make the actual stuff you're supposed to do in them fun.
I mean, at this point, there might not be even a real distinction you could draw between what you would call a sandbox game and an open world game, I guess.
I just think that like,
Or I
you
think
don't
people
call
use
things
those
sandbox games
interchangeably.
anymore because everything that used to be a sandbox game is now an open world game.
Well, what?
My distinction, my personal distinction, is that the difference is that sandbox games are games that they made before they figured out how to make those games fun by themselves.
Because from my perspective, I never heard the term sandbox until it was being used to describe open world games. So I don't even know what you would call a sandbox game that isn't open.
No,
world.
they were open world games. Like Grand Theft Auto 3 is what I would call a sandbox game.
Yeah.
And the reason it's a sandbox game and not an open world game is because like open world games is what you started calling them once the actual missions were fun.
Oh, okay. Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Like the missions weren't fun, so you just stole cars and beat people to death and like ran away from the cops.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
didn't do the story.
It's hard to imagine if you didn't grow up in a time before open world games, but like I distinctly remember like the first time I went to my friend's house and like a group of all my friends were playing GTA 3 for the first time and realizing like the game's just it's just out there in the world and you just go and just do whatever you want in there. Like you just go have fun in this place. And then when you decide you want to play the game for real, there's a whole you go to the letter on the map.
Yeah.
And there's a for real game there.
You do a couple hours of the fun nothing, and then you do like a mission or two until you can't stand it anymore. And you go back to doing all the fun nothing. I wonder if my first open world game was GTA 3 or if it was Morrowind.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, I guess you could maybe get an idea by looking up when GTA 3 came to Xbox, because it was only PS2 for a while. Look at this boo.
But yeah, Morrowind is another one where, like, I was just not interested in doing. I played dozens and dozens of hours of Morrowind, but was just not interested in doing the story.
Oh, well, no one's ever been interested in the story in a Bethesda game.
But, like, I played Skyrim and don't regret doing the whole story.
Oh, I didn't. I think I got just far enough until the story was like, you're gonna go places and kill a bunch of dragons, and then I maybe killed a couple or something. Though even that, I think I played that game for like 40 or 50 hours before I even got to the Dragonborn part of it. I was like, oh, I'm like a special thing. I'm like a person with powers.
Yeah, I did that stuff not right away, but it was definitely in like the first 15 hours that I got my powers. The other thing about Skyrim is that like Skyrim is a game where everything that you can do has some story, has like some writing and narrative attached to it. Where like going around and fucking around in GTA 3, like you can go dozens of hours without ever getting a piece of story. But in Skyrim, if you don't want to do the story, then what you do want to do is like the Mages Guild or the Thieves Guild.
Yeah,
and
like
that shit is story.
It's a different kind of story.
It's just not like the main quest.
Ah! Ah!
Seti says, okay, but consider throwing a house party in The Sims, and then taking all of the exits from your house away, and they're just trapped in your house forever.
Yeah, I know. Every time someone tells me how to have fun with The Sims, it always involves removing doors and then waiting for them to slowly die. And I'm here to say it's not actually that much fun.
But I think that's the way that you get 10 to 20 deaths.
Yeah, sure. When did we talk about that?
You don't remember that? That's how you get your. That's how it floats your boat. Is if you
Oh.
get 10 to 20 people.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Got it.
The way that I have fun in The Sims is I use the cheat that gets you all the money. And then I just like build a really cool fun house.
You do the. You know how I have fun with The Sims?
How?
The way I have fun with The Sims is the most exciting way that anyone's ever had fun with The Sims, and anytime I tell people, they're like, wow, you're so much fun. Can I hang out with you?
Can I guess?
Go ahead.
You don't play The Sims.
No, I just play the normal way with no cheats, and I don't try to maliciously kill anybody. I just kind of play The Sims.
I don't like playing The Sims. I like building a house.
Yeah.
That's the part that I like to do.
I don't. See, I just buy a house and move in. Aren't I so exciting? Aren't you like, wow, let's hang out and play The Sims now?
I definitely think that's the second best way to have fun with The Sims, is to play it like regular. But like, I don't want to have to, send my sim to a job to go do a job so I can build a bigger house?
Yeah, but you don't have to do that. That's the best part about The Sims, is that you get to be a productive member of society without having to do all the work. Like, you just give your sim a job.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Oh my god. Look at this guy's stash.
Look at that guy's stash. I'm just saying, when your sim has a job, you don't have to do the job. The sim goes to work, and you stay at your house, and then you just fast forward time, and the sim comes back. You don't have to do it.
No, but it's the waiting that I don't like.
You don't have to wait. You fast forward.
It still takes like 5 minutes.
No.
Yeah, right?
Nah, you can do like 10 seconds or something. I think. Pretty sure.
This Boo's in love with you.
Yep.
Kiss him.
I don't wanna.
Oh my god, he died! Our shooter died!
Keith, I'm a lot of things, but a Ghostface Kissa is not one of them. Oh, right. Hey, look at this! You recognize this guy?
Luigi hates ghosts.
Oh, I have
Does
to...
he not recognize our hat and mustache?
He doesn't recognize the hat and stash. Plus, this world is full of people trying to impersonate Mario, so it's not like...
Is that true?
You need some real proof. Shadow Mario, Rabid Mario.
Yeah, alright.
Baby Mario.
I can't read all of it. I can.
What about you got your laptop?
It's just over there. Sandy says, I like how Janine played The Sims in that old stream series where she just let her wife do whatever and she ended up not sleeping for days because she just kept drinking coffee. That's actually how my first Sim, I think, died.
You kept it awake too long.
I got an espresso machine and the Sim just kept drinking espresso and getting headaches and peeing themselves. And I can't remember if like I was doing something wrong. I definitely wasn't doing it on purpose. Like I wasn't like trying to screw with the Sim. They just wouldn't stop drinking espresso and wouldn't go to the bathroom. But this was like, I don't know, I must have been like 9 or 10. So I don't remember like if I did something wrong, like didn't build them a bathroom or something.
You didn't see any of the Giant Bomb Christmas stuff that Abby did with The Sims, did you?
I didn't. I did not. I did not.
She came up with this fun little thing where what they did was she had The Sims 4 open on her PC, and then her guest would have a different instance on a different computer, and they couldn't see each other's screens. And she would have like a collage of images of a celebrity that she was trying to make a sim that looked like that celebrity. So she would make the sim and describe all of the things that she was doing to the sim to her guest, and the guest would try to copy that. And so like it was like this game of telephone where the guest would make the sim per her description and then would have to try to guess what celebrity it was. It was really good.
Really good. That's really good. I should watch that. She did something else with The Sims, right?
Oh yeah, 13 Deadly Sims.
Yeah, that's what I...
Yeah, she made Sims out of all the giant bomb people and then, yeah, had to kill them all. I got a few episodes and it was good. So I...
Had to kill them all?
Had to. It was basically they had a hat full of names and a hat full of ways Sims could die, and then they would pick one from each and then be like, okay, we have to kill Patrick via electrocution.
How do you kill a sim via electrocution?
Well, that's the thing. It was pretty tough. I think you have to, they can be electrocuted to death. It's a very, very small chance if they're repairing an electronic device. So it was like, Patrick hasn't slept in 3 days. We've gotten the worst stereo. We have a room full of only stereos that are constantly playing so that they'll break. And then we put puddles of water on the floor. It was really good.
See, that's a fun way to kill Sims.
Yeah, that was definitely the most fun I've seen for trying to kill Sims. And of course, it was like a big house that they made to look like a prison, or it kind of was just like a prison. What am I doing here? The secret undersea cavern. Okay. You know, and obviously it makes perfect sense why this was the case, but I was a little sad that they made a sim for like literally every single person that had ever worked for Giant Bomb, except Ryan, for obvious reasons, but I was still just like, oh, Ryan.
Yeah. That would have been a little...
Yeah, that would not have been okay at all, but I was still just kind of sad, like, oh, Ryan's left out.
They could have just made Ryan and then not put his name in the hat.
Nah, yeah, I still just don't think it would have been a good look.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow, nice torpedo shell.
Thank you. I made this torpedo shell myself. Good shot. What? Fuck you.
That was a good shot, though.
Thank you.
Admit. How long was that guy in there?
This was a secret cave. You weren't even expecting me to find this.
Do you think he was hiding in wait for Mario? Or
Maybe it was like, oh, thank God. I've been stuck in there for hours.
And then you killed him.
Wow.
He came at you.
He did, yeah, he came right at me. That's true.
Nice shot.
I didn't even get to see the water explode out. What was the point of that? What's the point of water cork if you don't get to see it come uncorked? You know what I'm talking about.
Huh? What? No, I don't get it.
Okay. Forget it then. Oh boy. Woo. I'm real good at this part. I'm good at Mario's.
Nice save.
Thanks, because I'm so good. That's some nice looking water. Look at that swirly water. I want some of that swirly water.
One of those mean block faces looks nervous. One of them looks angry, but that one looks nervous.
Hmm.
That's what it looks like.
Ooh. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Yeah!
Can you go in there while it's on its side?
I would imagine.
And then you could like travel with it. Ugh.
Look at me go. I think the first time I did this back in the day, I think this took me many tries. And I just fucking aced that like it wasn't anything.
It wasn't anything. You almost fell a couple times, but you recovered.
But did I though?
But you did not. You recovered.
That's what I thought.